Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will see how to read data from JSON file and save it by using the command line runner in Spring Boot. Let's open our GitHub page. I'm showing you, so if you want, you can directly open our GitHub page and download the code. Here is the GitHub page. Let's download the book REST API repository. Let's import this project in Spring Source. First, let's run this project. Server started. Open readme MD file. Here are the sample URLs. Let's open the get endpoint. See, it is working and it is returning one book object in JSON format. And here you can see we have some JSON data. So this JSON data we will keep inside the JSON file and will read that JSON file. Let's first create a folder. And inside this folder, let's create one file called books.json. Let's copy the JSON data that we have and paste it inside the JSON file which I just created. This data should be the inside an array and should be comma separated. Okay, this way you can create any kind of JSON data inside the file. Now let's open the application class. Here you can see we are saving the book object using the command line runner run method. This run method is the part of the application class. So let's move this run method code to the another class. Let's create a class and the class name, let's say my command line runner. Let's implement a command line runner interface. Annotate this class as a configuration. Let's override the run method. Now let's move the code from the application class. Remove the command line runner code from the application class. So even now also code will work same as earlier, but as I said, instead of saving a book like this, we will read the data from the JSON file and save it to the H2 database. Add one more JSON. Let's take JSON values from the run method. So now we have 6 JSON. Like this, you can keep any amount of data. Let's start the implementation part. So first, let's create one final variable for the file path. Add a simple check. So if some data is already there, then don't execute this logic. We want to execute this code only once. Added try catch as well. So if there is an exception, then only print some message. So to read JSON data, we need the JSON dependency. So please add. Otherwise, it will not work. Let's create a type reference object. And here for generic, give proper value. So like here, we have JSON array. We can use list, and for JSON object, give the compatible class name, which is having all the keys. Here, I don't have book data class. So let's create and add required variables as we have in JSON object. I'm just using book object variables other than ID. Add getter and setter as well. See, I can directly use model class, but to use model class is not a good practice. Okay, now let's call get resource as a stream method and JSON file path as input parameter and hold the output in the input stream reference variable. Now using the object mapper read value method, we can read the data. For the read value method, expect two inputs like input stream and type reference. Let's add a simple check like books are not null and not empty, then only execute below logic. As we already hold the JSON into the book data list, so convert the book data list to the books object. Here I'm just adding simple for each loop and some simple logic. Here create one more constructor without ID. Now we have the book list, so to save that entire list, we can use the save all method of the CRUD repository. But now we don't have save all method, so let's create. See, method created. Now don't need to save one by one. Remove the below code. Just to check data is saved or not, add some more logic. Okay, so implementation is done. Let's check it is working or not. Let's add debug point. Now let's run the project in debug mode. Because of debug point, it is asking for a switch. Now let's debug the code line by line. As you can see, saved book list size is 0. It is able to read the book JSON data and able to convert it into the book data list. You can see even after save also, it is able to fetch all the saved data along with the book UUID. And execution completed. Even here, you can see the value 6 is printing. Let's execute the get endpoint again. See, now 6 records are coming. So like this, we can process or store any kind of JSON data. Let's quickly review this code. I hope you learned something from this video. That's it for this video. We'll meet you soon with another video. Please like, subscribe and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching my video.